A Tour of Love. Discover what Harry Styles fans may anticipate 1 month away from the event at the sold-out Slane Castle concert. Over 80,000 fans will visit Slane Castle in just 1 month to see Harry Styles perform. With performances by the Rolling Stones, U2, Bruce Springsteen, and David Bowie, the famous stage is known for being a rock venue. It has featured rap icon Eminem as well as pop performers like Madonna and Robbie Williams, and it is also renowned for breaking barriers. Harry will now follow in Bowie's footsteps and grace the Slane stage after being likened to him for years due to his personal style and solo tunes. Nicola Barden attended his performances in Dublin's Aviva in June and Sydney's Accor Stadium most recently to see what to expect. Since I'm in my mid-30 seconds and this will be my first time seeing Harry perform alone, I fully anticipate being the oldest person there. I was pleased to see a wide age range and diversity in the audience, even though a sizable section of the audience was younger than I was. As part of the Love on Tour theme, supporters came dressed in rainbow colors or in their own interpretations of clothes Harry has worn at previous performances. At this point, his album Harry's House had been out for about a month, and I was familiar with the choruses of maybe 2 songs. I also knew the majority of As It Was by heart because it was played nonstop. As a result, I didn't truly understand or know tunes like Daylight and Music for a Sushi Restaurant until I saw them in person. The performance began with Sushi Restaurant, which also brought Harry bundling onto the stage with a ton of color, vigor, and a really infectious groove. Soon, most of the audience members, including myself, were up and dancing for the majority of the performance without anyone in front of them tutting or letting on that you were up and moving around. The night was just getting started when he sang his second song, Golden by Instagram Reels, another upbeat dance number. For those of us who were familiar with Harry's music, there was Adore You, Lights Up, and his cover of What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. Despite the album being just a month old, his devoted followers knew every word. I was informed that fans don't sing the line from As It Was that goes, 2 kids, follow her, since they thought it alluded to Harry returning to the UK with his then-girlfriend Olivia Wilde, who was in the audience. But, to be completely honest, Harry himself made the show. Yes, the songs were catchy, and anytime a song I recognized came on, I screamed with the kids sitting next to me, but the man has such charm and wit that anyone would have enjoyed it. It almost seems as though he is simultaneously flirting with everyone in the room and only you. And he personalizes each show. His tale of getting hit at a party in Talat during his 1D days was once more shared with the audience here. Harry was virtually certain to return shortly after leaving Dublin for that evening in a sea of rainbow hues. That this Love on Tour performance has been running since September 2021 is difficult to comprehend. I still find it incredible that the man is still dancing and standing about a year after I first met him in Dublin. He still exudes joy in every moment. Despite experiencing breakups off the stage, the former member of One Direction, who hadn't been to Australia in 5 years, is still loved on stage. I definitely knew more songs this time around. Last year, Music for a Sushi Restaurant was my most played tune on Spotify. I was therefore in line at the bar when I heard the beginning of Sushi, and it took some running for me to get there before the song ended because Harry started 10 minutes earlier than I had anticipated. Although the setlist was slightly different, I was much better equipped this time. I went with a friend who was this time like I had been at the Aviva. She was familiar with the big singles, whereas I appeared to be a die-hard fan. He sang the majority of the songs from Harry's House, including Daylight and Matilda, as well as the big singles that the majority of people are familiar with, such Watermelon Sugar and Sign of the Times. Harry read a placard about encouraging a young fan to come out to someone in their life, continuing the tradition that appeared to have begun at one of his performances and now was happening frequently. This time, a little girl was coming out to her in the crowd. Parents. Even though I had seen him do it on TikTok a few days earlier in Melbourne, there was something special about witnessing him provide a specific dance for it in the pitch-black Sydney night. The crowd appeared older this time around, which was particularly evident in the 50-year-old biker-looking man standing next to me who came alone and was having a great time. He gave them, as well as us, a night to remember and thanked the Australian supporters for waiting so long to see him again. Naturally, when As It Was started playing, the crowd did what they always do and yelled "Leave America" before becoming silent for the next 4 words. However, this time, it was different because he and Olivia were no longer together. This time, even Harry made a statement, exclaiming, "Jesus Christ," in response to their cries to leave America. Although we were unable to see him perform a shoey like he did in Perth, I was nevertheless astounded by his continued enthusiasm and lack of apparent fatigue when performing the same songs.